some of the great seats of learning in Britain. From today, there's a new one. This is the seat, and this is the new learning curve from Acorn, including the latest version of the BBC computer used in 85% of schools, so you can master word processing, get help with the national curriculum, have fun, or get down to business. In fact, it's everything you need to get on with computers. Call Freephone Acorn Computers now.
I'm going to change up a bit this time around. I'm going to play a few games, and I'll be playing it on the Acorn Archimedes computer. I had this back in the day because of a charity. I needed a computer for my work for school, and they provided me with an Acorn Archimedes, which was very powerful at the time. You had different machines. Each one, depending on the model, had an upgrade of RAM. For example, the A305 would have 512 of RAM, and then the model I had, the A310, would have 1 megabyte of RAM. And then to the very latest models, which had 16 megabytes of RAM and hard disk space, the maximum 120 megabytes. I think my school had that at the time. So the operating system was RISC OS 3.1. It had an ARM2 RISC processor, 8 megahertz speed. So this was a lot faster than the Amiga 500 back in the day. There's a number of expansions you could get for the Archimedes. I always wanted the extra RAM, the hard disk, because I could just install a number of games on the actual hard drive, and they would just load up straight away without changing floppies. But the one thing I did like on the Archimedes, apart from the games, was the music packages you could get. And the one I used a lot was Soundtrack, and it's still decent now. So you could add a keyboard to it. There was a sampler. You could record your own sounds if you wanted to, and the sort of sample rate was pretty high. Yeah, I used to spend hours and hours on the music packages, but I used one of the packages for a school presentation. So I had to show what the music did and how it was formed, and I got people to make their own music on it, and my teacher was quite impressed. He gave me a B+, which was excellent because I'm not very good at presentations, so I'm kind of a marble mouth. The problem with it, though, it wasn't advertised as a games machine. It was more for learning, and that was the reason why I got it. But I was very naughty back in the day in secondary school, senior. They used to have Archimedes at school, and I used to bring in a load of games on floppy disk, and we used to play some games on in IT class. So, and the teacher didn't really notice. So it was fun times. But yeah, that's the Archimedes. So let's get to the Archimedes. I recorded this earlier, and sadly it didn't record the actual screen, which is very annoying, I must say. Yeah, this is what you get when you first start up the Archimedes. And I didn't have anything like this back then. I didn't have my own computer, so this was like really good stuff. So you had the Acorn sign, which allows you to change the sort of RAM depending on the game. So you can have that module area and system, whatever that is, and screen memory. And you can sort of change it. If it's red, you can change it depending on how much RAM you have. I think this one has around 4 megabytes of RAM. Oof. So yeah, and that's if you want to configure it, but I try not to. There's only some. I'll probably have to when I load up a disk, but We will see. Then you got the apps. So you had the alarm. Let's put alarm. Wake up and watch the Rabbit Hole show. Back in 1992. Let's go retro here. So that's what I want. I want urgent, okay? Wake up and watch the Rabbit Hole show. Okay, well. So let's go to paint packages. I'm not going to do anything obscene, but let's do some modern Tate art. Here we go. So you got a collection of tools. You have the pencil, you have the spray, and you have the paintbrush. You can change the size of the paintbrush if you want. So I could have like one, whatever that is. Two. I don't know what that is. It's some art. But how do you clear it? Let's just clear it. See, you can fill up the screen with whatever color you want. And then let's go back to white. So I'm going to choose the spray now. And I'll choose green. It's dark green. Sickly green, so vomiting. Yes, so this is going to be my art of when I had a stomach bug and I was vomiting and had diarrhea all at the same time. So this is my interpretation of that. Isn't that nice? I don't have brown, so that will do. I don't know what that is. Might need to see the doctor with that color. But yeah, here's my interpretation of my stomach bug. Oh yes. I just love the colors. And then you've got word processor if you really want to use it. It's very simple. You got the help. You have the draw package where it's sort of mostly abstract. For example, you have circles, square, and then you can have sort of twirly, stringy looking shapes. See, I could sell it for at least £500. The configuration. So you got the hard disks. If you have one, floppies. You can have more than one floppy. You can network different computers together. Printer, mouse, obviously keyboard, the memory, and you can change the screen resolution a lot higher than this. You can add different fonts, change how it looks with the windows, and so forth. Pretty basic stuff. So let's get on with playing a few games. Let's start off really bad. Not so bad, but quite bad. So I'm going to play a game called Fireball 2. For some reason it needs a little bit of memory. I don't know why, probably because of the samples they have in there, which have like ones from Thriller, like a laugh, and then Guns N' Roses. Here we go. Remember your alphabet, Charlie. Look at that sound. I mean, hear that sound. Look at that sound. Hear that sound. Isn't that good? Right, let's delete this because we need the memory. Memory is but a corner of my mind. So Fireball 2 is basically Arcanoid from the arcades. It's like a paddle with a ball, and you got to sort of hit it towards different blocks and sort of get rid of them, like dissolve them. Bum, 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 bum. So here we are. So the aim of the game is to knock down each block with the ball and move your paddle. You've got to try and avoid the ball going past your paddle, or then it's all game over. So you don't have to sort of keep all these balls in, just as long as you got one left. There we go. I've got a reverse on my paddle now, so I go the opposite way, which is annoying. Didn't get that. That's gone a bit fast. Ah, you son of a... So that's not very exciting. Oh, blooming hell, governor. But yeah, it's just to show you what it looks like and stuff. Kind of a nice graphic on the actual paddle, I suppose. But it is a bit basic. But I used to play it quite a bit because, you know, I'll play anything. Any game. Oh, blooming hell. Let's at least get past this level, yeah? Ah, perfect. That's it. There we go. And each level's just different. You can also have an editor, so you can sort of create your own levels, which is nice. Put it there. So this is Swift. You all know about Swift. It's an arcade port. It's just top-down shoot 'em up. It's a sequel to Silkworm, which was a side-scrolling shoot 'em up. You choose between a tank that Elon Musk has produced, or sort of Airwolf-looking futuristic helicopter. I think this version was a converted version from the Amiga. But yeah. Blimey. Well, I'm not very good at this game. I think because the controls are a bit messed up, so I'm not sure I can play this for too long. Oh, naughty. As you can see, the controls are a bit dodgy. I wanted to use an actual mouse, not mouse, a joystick to this, but it doesn't seem to work. But anyway, this is Swift. It actually is a really good game. I'm just I can't get the controls to work properly. To get that bubble, it's a shield, because when you're at war, you want to get into a bubble, so you're safe. Is this a metaphor? Your safe bubble. I want to get in my safe bubble. Kill a tank. People in the tank. You can't actually kill a tank. Control. Where's end? Oh, we gotta do so we're gonna play Chocks Away. It's an arcade flight sim. Hopefully, I won't need extra memory for this, because you need it. It's 3D and it's pretty smooth. Because the Archimedes were pretty good with 3D games. Really good. I used to play this with my cousin back in the day. We used to do a load of missions, spend hours. Like, one person would look at the top screen, the other person would look at the bottom screen, and we'd share the same keyboard. And we used to like fly to each island, which took like 15 minutes. So here we are. We have the main screen. So you can have practice mode. So you can practice how you play, get used to the controls. You're basically free to do what you want in practice mode. Dogfight, one-on-one, two-player game. We have to shoot each other down. And then you have the missions, which is just missions. So you have to go to each target, each enemy base, and shoot whatever's there. You can also record your play if you really wanted to, and replay it afterwards. So your best dogfight you've had. You've got map 1. So you can choose between different maps. You can have keyboard or mouse. I think I'm going to choose keyboard for this. I tried the mouse, but I wasn't very good. And you got 1 or 2 players. And there we go. Now let's go. I'm going to choose a mission. Yes, I'll do his voice. It will destroy 2 control towers on 2 easterly runways. Good luck, Maverick. Well, my plane is what is it, a moth? Tiger moth. That's it. My plane's a tiger moth, so I'm a tiger moth. So here we are. Let's start this. How do you start? Control. See, I never liked the layout of the actual graphic on the plane. It looked a little cheap. But here we are. Let's see how well I do. So you can move around freely. It's quite easy to do so. Alright. I think this is their base. They're quite close. It's like Liverpool and Everton. Just look out the window in there. It's there. Alright, we're really close to them now. So already they're like there. Oh shit. Oh. Blimey, I got lucky there. It was really close to me. I got the fucker. Got their base. Their tower. Excellent. So far so good. This is easy peasy. I don't want you to shoot them. I just want you to give them milk. Oh. I got carried away. Oh, and I forgot the milk. Right. That's flashing. Because the other one's not flashing anymore. So, let's go to the bridge. So that's their base. I'm guessing I got to shoot their headquarters down here. They're all pretty close, aren't they? I could have walked it. Do, 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 do. You don't need actual film music. I'm going to recreate myself, so there's no copyright. I am better than Maverick. This is why I'm the Tiger Moth. Okay? But if there's a light, I'll be at it. Okay? That's my weakness, the light. And I'm gonna go under the bridge. Will I make it? Doesn't look like I will. It looks like I'm gonna crash. I might. Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? That was pretty close. So they'll never have me on a mission again because basically I'm dead. Sadly, your flight has ended with the following destroyed: 1 tiger moth, a couple of Fokkers, some other jabroni, and 2 control towers. Not bad. Well, I didn't know what else I was doing because I was obviously not paying attention to the brief. I think at that point I had to go back to my base and land, which I forgot about. Anyway, there's Trucks Away. It is a good game. It's I would say it's better 2-player, and especially with the dogfights. Next time I'm going to try and play Stunt Racer 2000. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you soon.